There are some Highlander bandoliers. XL Woodland Fupas are coming off the line. Multicam black beer koozies. 3-mag pistol cards. Rallymans with pistols. Dual mag rifle cards. T-ring adapters. Velcro adjustable holsters. OD black padded night vision cases are starting to come off the line. There's a couple belts from today. OD Velcro adjustable holsters. 7.62 ammo cards. This is a custom fanny pack that somebody ordered in Mandrake Red. Unique. There's a bunch of radio pouches. Out on the floor. Looks like more Rallyman mag pouches. And a bunch of other stuff here. More Rallymans over here. These look to have pistols also. They're probably belt mount ones. That's probably why. 12 gauge pullouts. OD black danglers. I think that's what those are. Regular Fupas in OD black or OD maybe. Jonathan Scowery, what's up? Shaxson, what's up? Zachary, what's up? I thought I was done spending money for the rest of the year, but I got to get one of those new bandoliers. Oh, you're not done. There's more to come. You're not done. Are you going to make me just direct deposit my work check? What's up? JR, what's going on? Paul, what's up? Kiri, hello. James, what's up? James Young. Tom Anon Bear. Kevin, what's up? John Bateman, what's up? Mopar, what's going on? Norhiko, what's up? Brandon, Webdad, James Kroll, and O2 Williams. How is everyone? Todd C. What's up, guys? Oh, we've also got some non-bungee single-point slings. What else? We did Pulling the Thread podcast today. We recorded a short and a little bit longer video. You guys, I'm sure, have seen that. What is this? For party bags, side pockets. Oh, these are grocery bags. We did the short and then the 3-minute video. And then we did a members only question and answer. There's more XL Fupas down there. I'll use that piece right there. That looks like the only thing in here that I could begin to use. I could use that strip there, but the small long strips like that, it actually costs more in labor than to just cut it off the roll. Received one of 2 orders Monday, 2-to-1 Coyote Sling, right on, and Highlander Pack Shrimp, right on. Thank you for the orders. Put a couple questions in, but I think it was too late for today's. No, we got you. I think we got you. We saw it. Has anybody received any of the bandoliers yet? Let's move this over here. Let's move these over here. Let's see if this is going to sit here. 4 orders on their way. Matt, right on, man. Good evening. Can't wait for the vehicle med bag to come in for my son and the bandolier. Has that one shipped yet? Chuck, what's up? Kevin, what's up? Hamster, how are you? Was that a Mark 23 blue? Yeah, there's a Mark 23 blue gun here. Put a couple questions. Received. Okay, we've read all these. Will 308 mags work in the band? No, they sure won't. Do you see ice around? No, I haven't seen any. No, I don't go places where there's a high law enforcement presence either. Like, I mean, we see cops, of course, because we're in like Brentwood and Franklin and, you know, shit like that. But no, I haven't seen any fucking. I live in the middle of nowhere. Like, I'm an hour to anything that you could even call a city, really. Like, we do go on the weekends to Nashville or Jackson or, you know, like that, but that's a good solid hour from us. Any word on the new hoodies? We still don't have the blanks. Like, I see the tracking. There's some shenanigans going on with FedEx. Like, they have it. It's just not fucking moving. It's Black Friday. I mean, fucking it happens. We always have some packages, and you'll start seeing it in the next few days too. Guys that are like, you shipped my order and it's been sitting for 3 days. Yeah, we can't. There's just nothing we can do about it. Metro area, Camden, yes. Trump said he's deporting the Somalis because they found 1 billion in fraud. And Tim, yeah, I saw Tim Walz talking today, and he said that Trump is doing this to distract all of you from the white supremacy problem. There apparently is a massive white supremacy problem in, I think he said Idaho, Montana, and somewhere else. Yes, we have massive white supremacists. Shipping during holiday season is going to suck. Yeah, it always does, man. It just happens. This is a Whoopi jacket. Yeah, this one is from... Who's this from? Do you know who we got these from? No. I don't know who it came from. You have a lot of options if you just search hoodie, Whoopi jacket. Whoopi hoodie jacket. Do you think no income tax going... No, I don't think it'll be a real thing. They need you to have taxes to keep you fighting and grumbling, keep you involved in their system. If they found 1 billion in fraud, yeah, and how did that happen, right? It's just fucking complacency and corruption, and they keep fucking doing the same thing. Our side does it too, right? If you're on a side, right? I don't know if it's Zero Foxtrot or not. They just had a sale. You could have got these for $65. They're up to $100 today. This one is Whoopi gear. And when I talked to this dude, he was super easy to deal with. Like, they reached out to us about putting our logos and custom embroidery and all kinds of shit. But you have a lot of options out there right now. There's some, you can get these things anywhere from, you can get a pullover one for like $70, probably $75. The jacket ones are about $100, and there's some as high as $185 that are like reversible. Chocolate chip desert night camo. I've got all your stuff here, Evan. Amanda will invoice you for it tomorrow. Yeah, roads are racist. You're racist because you expect the invaders in your country to be able to read your road signs and abide by your laws and constitution. We're not compatible. Mark III in Vegas is doing aim point acro cuts for Mark 23s. A drop left. That would take the... That's cool, man. A droplet. Drop leg. A drop leg, got it. F-bomb morale gear. Makes pullovers for 50. So these are big. Like, this is a medium. And it's fucking massive. I could wear this hoodie, and maybe that's their design. I could wear this hoodie over a helmet for sure. You know what you need? You need those chip clips or those hair scrunch things, because you could clip it here, and then this would fit. This bothers me when I wear it because it always comes, and I can't see anything to the sides. But if you pinch this, like all really good technical jackets, they have a piece of bungee that runs in a track here with a cord keeper, so it pulls that back that way. But they run big. Like, I have a small that I bought for Amanda, and it's too big for her. I was wearing the small outside today. It's a little tight, but the small fits me better than the medium fits me, so keep that in mind. deportation can't happen fast enough. It's going to take longer than 4. Yeah, he's not gonna be able to do shit for the next 2 years. Like, he's just not. Why are there no fucking arrests, right? That's how he got elected. We're going to burn these people. He did a lot of shit he said he was going to do. Where are the fucking hangings? Where are the arrests? Where is that at? They throw all this shit at you, right? To distract you from that. Striker, what's up, man? Santee Todd, what up? Yeah, I hate not having peripherals, exactly. Not that it has much better than the last 20. Yeah. Apparently, a lot of people are mad at Costco right now. They complain about ICE doing their job and say the government doesn't do their job. Like, why are we asking these people? Why don't they just fucking go handle shit? Go fucking wreck shit. Everybody that voted for him, they voted for him to fuck these people up. Yeah, it's all bread and circuses, man. It's the same fucking team. Congress is just fucking fake. It's just bullshit. Still waiting out here. Yeah, when's Hillary going to jail? Yeah, they'll raid our house at 5 a.m. They certainly will. They'll kill your dog. They'll raid your fucking the 75-year-old dude on a cane missing a leg. They'll fucking raid his house and kill him. Criminal killing chicks on the subway. It's more rampant, right? It does seem to be happening a lot more. And every time, the most recent one, he's done it multiple times. And they keep letting him out. There's a dude right now that they let out who was meeting girls on Snapchat. And he is 28. And he met a girl, took her to a hotel near the Mall of America, held her for several days. Him and his friends did whatever they wanted to her. And then they let him out. He's been arrested twice for rape and kidnapping. And he just did it again to a 15-year-old girl. He's met them all off Snapchat. He has 2 different names. They have matched the DNA to him. And the judge, they just keep he's not done a single, he was actually even found guilty and had some diversion and hasn't done a single day in fucking prison or jail yet. Yeah, eye for an eye. Like all these fucking import terrorists. If you catch them doing violent crime, they should be killed. That should be the end of it, right? Think about that. Why do you not handle your shit? Dude comes to your car, puts a gun to your head, and you kill him. You're still getting arrested. That day, you're going to jail. And you're going to spend a bunch of, the process is the punishment, right? You're going to have to spend all this money to defend yourself, even having video showing that the criminal executed the initial crime. They can't let you handle shit because you won't fucking need them. They need you fearful. If you handle that shit, you will handle the shit they're doing also. The dude that was CEO of the regional airport got raided. Yeah, that was Hillary Clinton's airport. That was their fucking airport right there. Paperwork crime. Shot him, but the thugs and gangbangers are in and out the same. Yep, they fucking murdered that dude. Voted for bull in a china shop. Got another fancy bowl that just sits there. Yep, that's a good way to put it. Trump is a pressure release valve for the taxpayers that have been violated for the past 150 years. They want to keep the gravy train growing. Yeah. And it's not about the money. They don't need the money. Your money didn't go to Ukraine. I didn't vote for this. It's not. It's bullshit. They create fucking fake money. They didn't take your money and put it in a box and put it in a shipping container and send it to fucking Zelensky. They fabricate that fucking money. You know, they don't actually even give him money most of the time. When they say $4 billion to Ukraine, that's our old arms. That's why our war machine is ramped up right now, right? We're going to war. They took all of our old arms and ammunition and sent it over, and they're making all new arms and ammunition so they can issue those contracts to their friends, and everybody here in the United States that matters to them is happy. They need you to believe that their broken system still fucking exists. And they do that by pitting you guys against each other. And we will argue that argument, right? Think about the left. We're going to go to civil war. With who? Think about all the import Muslims, the combat age males in the United States. Do you really think they're so badass that we couldn't just fucking in 72 hours handle that shit? Of course we could. They're all fucking inbred. They fuck their cousins. They have retarded children. Their IQ rates are fucking plummeted because of the inbreeding. They wipe their ass with they don't even use a fucking toilet. We brought third world country people who make, I heard $3 a year. I'm sure that can't be right, that in Somalia the average person makes $3 a year. It's got to be $3 a week or a month, right? That's like, we can't fucking push them out of the fucking United States. Twin Towers got hit, and what did they start talking about? They started talking about, when is the Islamophobe going to start, right? When are we going to fucking start having, you know what they did? They brought they fucking tripled the rate of Muslims in the first fucking 12 months. They brought those people to the United States. Why? Do you really believe that some dudes in a fucking cave in Afghanistan plotted and figured out, there's a body of professional pilots, military and commercial pilots. And I think there was like 3,000 last I heard. David actually interviewed the head of this body. And he says, you can't fly a jumbo jet at the trajectory that came into the Pentagon. It can't even happen. There's wires, cables, poles, not physically fucking possible. And to even get the plane to do it, you have to turn off the telemetry system and the crash avoidance system. The plane won't do it. Those dudes couldn't fucking do, a normal pilot couldn't turn the shit off in a plane. But it won't be a civil war like the first time. They just knock people one at a time. Doesn't matter what your kit is when they stack up 30. Who's stacking up on the door? Who's stacking on the door? I'm Muslim, but all these are not wrong. You know what I mean you know what I mean though. They get to chewing that and 55 grand. Yeah. I mean, kick some doors in. It's only gonna take. I see what you're saying, Larcom. I went through a federal execution of a federal search warrant, right? I had 13 agencies raid my shop. I was on CNN for 3 days in a row. It's only going to take a short amount of time for the U.S. citizens to realize there is no repercussion, right? When that actually starts fucking happening. It will, once the fucking gloves are off, once the kid gloves are off, and we realize that the sheriff isn't coming or local police aren't coming, the citizens will handle shit. Yeah, Building 7 came down, right? Yeah, sure it did. Yeah, we pulled it. That's what he said. We pulled it. What does that term mean? Columbus, Ohio is just as bad as Minnesota. Yeah, I mean, let's look at California. Like, we're looking at little pockets. And the Somalis, right? The Somalis there. We brought motherfuckers into the United States and gave them the gravy train. Like, we gave them that money, right? And we're surprised that they're working with the corrupt government there. They're not out smacking people over the heads. We've seen that in LA during the George Floyd riots. Police weren't doing, yeah, no, they won't. First stainless AR barrel. I hope it's not a $300 mistake. Favorite part is the white liberal left. It's always the white liberal leftists, right? It's the rich women whose husbands run a business and they do the wine mom thing, right? They've got the three-legged dog or the little foo-foo dog. It's always them out there telling the black man how oppressed he is, right? Or getting in the middle of those groups and then wondering why it starts with one dude taking a picture and 5 dudes taking a picture, and before you know it, she's in a mob. Best bet is not living in the city where Antifa and BLM are right. Absolutely. We didn't have any of that here. None. They don't need to commit crime for the cars, for their cars when government gives it to. Yeah, absolutely. If you came here and you don't work, why the fuck is the government giving you any money? That's the real problem, right? The real answer is you shouldn't even be able to vote if you don't pay taxes. If you don't have taxes, you don't vote. I really believe that you shouldn't vote if you're not a landholder. If you don't own property, you don't vote. There can be some exceptions to that. You do military service. Hey, aviation, go ahead and take off. You don't need to come in here and announce when you're leaving. If you want to participate in the conversation, participate. If I say some shit that hurts you, I don't think there should be mosques. I don't think fucking mosques should be in the United States. I don't think there should be a motherfucking call to prayer anywhere. There are fucking dudes that think that those people should be wiped from the face of the earth. You guys come in. I don't know whether you're born here. I don't give a fuck. But you fucking just inserted yourself into this. Everywhere through history, your fucking Quran, your religion says that you supersede everything. Overbreed, overpopulate, fucking push out the local population. You're an enemy. The Crusades. You're going to see the Crusades. I believe that 100%. You come in here to our country and you do what our country does. Fucking Sharia law. Mutilating your women. 8 fucking wives, right? What they don't tell you when they're screaming about the country was built on immigration is that the early days failed to mention how many went back to wherever they came from because they couldn't. Yeah. I'm interject on TV. Yeah, they're not a lot. They don't drink. They don't take testosterone. They're just fucking. I mean, look at them. And how come the guys that run the mosques, right? They're always getting the bomb vests on those young men, right? They pay the family. They have posters printed that their child has been martyred. It's never those dudes that are fucking convincing those young men to do that. They don't ever put on the bomb vest. Yeah, there's a reason nobody's mass migrating to Muslim countries. And on the opposite end of that story is your Middle East Michigan, right? That fucking country that you can't name. That's the other half of the problem. How did fucking Germany happen how did they get to that point, right? When all the German men were fighting for Germany, which people were back in Germany fucking controlling the banks and steering that fucking ship, right? How did you get a whole entire country to go along with putting all those people into those ghettos, right? How did that fucking happen? Why did that happen? They took the strongest and smartest and sent them to war to die. The same shit we do. You take anybody who can fight or go against the government and you send those people to die. Lube our bullets with bacon grease. It's the same thing with the dogs, right? You have them moving, and then you have these huge these pockets that grow and grow and grow, and they want to ban dogs, and they want to ban alcohol sales, and they want to ban fucking pork, all the other bullshit that goes with it. Yeah, the people that support Muslims don't live near them. Immigration was put on hold back in the day for the new migrants to assimilate to the United States. Well, we took and dumped them all into one place, right? If we wanted to assimilate, you put 10 here and 10 here and 10 here. You don't let them all into one fucking place. You don't give them city blocks and then support them. James Yeager said nobody ever made a raft of trash to leave America. That's true. Dallas Muslim community is building a huge ass mosque. I've heard that's been put on hold. There was a really big one. There was a big one being built here in Tennessee in Murfreesboro, and the city council said all stop, and they continued to work. And then one night, all of that brand new equipment sitting there that was building all that shit and moving all that earth, it all burnt down to the ground in one night. Somebody road flared all that shit. Roof Koreans. You don't need to get people to go along with it when it is the morally correct action, just saying the painter wasn't wrong. Call that Appalachian justice. They act like they are your friends until they get into a position of power, then turn on you. That's the plan from. Yeah, I mean, if you're not from here, you shouldn't be able to be in politics. How in the fuck are they on? How do we let them be on town council? How do we let them have any position of authority? They don't fucking work. Nobody does want them here, Jake. Nobody wants them here other than the bleeding heart liberals, right? And they don't live next to them. They want to go look at them as though it's the zoo, and they want to point to this thing that they have done, the bored, rich wine moms, right? That's what Andy Frisella calls them, wine moms. It's the bitches that are busy at the tennis clubs and shit. That's who fucking, points to them. But it's about the globalist, because if you put a bunch of them into an area, they will ruin the area and displace, and those people will go along with what the globalists want, where you and I won't. Road flare to your preferred method. I'm working for a roof Korean right now. Most Texan Korean men I've met. Nice. East Side eviction. Lincoln, I believe, is the one that said, "We are too powerful to be beaten by an external force, but we could be internally." Yeah. Dual citizenship should, yeah, and nobody in Congress or any U.S. government should have dual citizenship with fucking Israel. Yeah, they're still in El Cajon, but those were I want to say caliphate, but it's not. Those were Christian Iraqis that they brought in, and they gave all those city blocks in El Cajon too. How's the chart? What's up, man? Where you been, dude? Yukon? Everywhere I look, they all wear their weird headscarves. They stink, and they're always angry. Yeah, they hate Americans. They fucking hate you, and they want to harm your women. Champagne socialist. That's a good way to put it. I heard that the other day. Where did I hear that? Did I hear Frisella say that? Coptic Christians, yeah, maybe that's it. Aiming for triple citizenship. I don't mind giving that shit up if I were to take office. Yeah, I mean, they shouldn't. If you're in government, especially high level government, you shouldn't be able to have any money coming in. You should not be able to be purchased. So I see the IRA is back. The Irish Republican Army is back. I mean, or at least 3 dudes claiming to be. What they said is, if you don't stop this illegal immigration into our country and our areas, we will come after you, the politicians. We have your addresses, we know your movements, and we know your pattern of life. That's what those 3 dudes said. Merging of church, thoughts on the merging of church and state, the blending of Christianity and Catholicism, and Islam being positioned as the planned opposition while the world is brought under the beast system. Well, I think it's all about the beast system, right? It's about the one world governance. To have a one world governance, to have a one world government, you have to get rid of who? China, Russia, USA. Conor McGregor. Yeah, I like Conor McGregor. I like the things he's saying for sure. I thought the dual citizenship was a AIPAC thing to keep them interested in Israel, like a kickback. Yep, I think it is. Eye Patch McCain has been getting a lot of heat lately from Alex Stein on the street. Yeah, what? It's not McCain though. What? Who are we talking about? The fucking SEAL guy? I think he's fucking Israel's got their hand right up his ass. You should have to be a third generation American to be elected official. How can you be expected to remain loyal to the? Yeah, I think that you should have to be a third generation citizen, third generation to become a citizen. When you come to the United States, you are not a citizen. Your children are not citizens by being born here. Your grandchildren are. Crenshaw, that's it. Connor dropped out, and celebs don't make good presidents. Is that true? Because I heard last night he was still in the race. Are you positive of that? I saw him talking last night. Probably 3 generations. Oh yeah, you just said the same thing I just said. And if you commit a felony, you are gone. And so are all your little fucking kids. Why should we let people that hate us here, right? If you execute the father, you have all those that hatred, right? You can't leave them here. I saw a while ago that he dropped out, but he may have got. Yeah, I don't know, man. That could be the case, dude. I don't know. I have a felony too, man. I have a few felonies. All right, guys, what's up? If you're late here, night vision cases, XL FUPA starting to come off the line. Here are the first 4 mags in Highlander bandoliers. Those are Rallymans with pistols, Red Bull beer koozies, T-ring adapters, somebody's custom Mandrake red fanny pack, ammo cards, and on and on. Anybody get bandolier? Anybody get Black Friday orders today? Did anybody get shipping for Black Friday or Cyber Monday? Did anybody receive either one today? Here are more bandoliers. Those will all box up and ship orders tomorrow. We're coming up on 300, 400 bandoliers have been made. A couple hundred or more have shipped, and a ton of orders have gone out. Anybody get tracking today or this week? Has anybody received any of the Black Friday or Cyber Monday orders yet? Personally done with Sunday service, 501. Yeah, I mean, that's the deal. You got to find the right place. The church isn't the building. Exiled to never return. That doesn't mean if you are an American and have, or you get a felony, you lose your citizenship. Correct. You're born here. We've made red fanny packs, but that is not what this is, Kim. Cody's like, somebody's really festive. They're really into Christmas. That's all. It doesn't look very red in the camera, but it's red. It's very red. It's a custom fanny pack somebody ordered. Got shipping info, EDC organizer. Nice. You guys bought a lot of those. We shipped a lot of those. Woodland bandoliers are so odd. They're nice. Watched a video that said Muslims' average IQ is 80 to 85. Yep, they say because there's so much first cousin marrying. Marrying the first cousin lowers. They're basically retarded. I saw the same video you saw. I've seen many of those videos. We also dropped these. These are on the website. If you get the text or email, you're aware of this. These lids are adjustable. These lids will come up and accommodate 40-round mags. They will lower down also. They are Velcroed all the way into the bottom. So you have a lot of adjustment on these things. They said Muslims. They said Muslims. Like guys said that a lot about in Iraq and Afghanistan. You saw a lot of deformations, birth defects. It's the same thing. I mean, everybody's seen the trying to teach them to do jumping jacks, right? They don't have the coordination for it. They can't do it. Yeah, 440 round PMags is a lot. Yeah, that's good ammo. Yeah. No shipping, but I ordered a covert rig and underbelt. Yep. What camo was that? That's Mandrake. We don't even have it, man. We cut that out of scraps. How do you think the next Civil War will kick off? It'll be some false flag, something that happens. I mean, cut the power off. As soon as, and I'm not worried about the left wing. I'm not worried about the criminals. You know, it's the targets of opportunity. When the only thing that holds civilization together is the fact that you might get caught from both sides, right? How many people have truly had violence or crime put upon them when really the answer is you should kill that person? That person absolutely should be executed right then when that happens. But nobody does that because the process is the punishment, right? They're going to bankrupt you. You're going to why can little Day break in your house and with a baseball bat and his buddy with a couple pistols and shit, and you shoot one of them motherfuckers in a home invasion, but the family can then sue you and you're in court for fucking years over that shit, and they actually get awarded money a lot of times because her boy was a good boy. If he was a good boy, what the fuck was he doing breaking into the house, especially an occupied house, right? Not like, and I don't think there should be a demarcation there either. If you come home and your fucking door is kicked in and you come inside and there's some hoodlums in there, I think you should kill them also. It doesn't have to be that they broke in while you were there occupying the domicile, and, you know, because that ups it. That makes it a different level of crime. We'll give them a couple more years for that. You just kill them motherfuckers. Somebody kicks the door in, you fucking kill them. To include law enforcement. If they execute a fucking warrant on the wrong motherfucking address, how many times in the last handful of years have you seen cops break into a dude's house? He goes to defend himself and they execute him. And come to find out, they're not even on the right street. They just killed. How many people has law enforcement fucking... And then you can't sue them, right? Because they have what? What's that called? Something immunity, right? You can't even sue them. When they raid your house at the wrong motherfucking address, they don't send public works over there to fix your door frame and shit. That's on you. They don't even secure your house when they fucking leave. Your shit's just fucking all locked. Your shit's just wide open. It's your fucking problem. There's tons of those wrong address warrants. My time in West Africa showed me what the world looks like. Yeah, West Africa. But they built everything, right? They built everything was built on their backs. They built fucking everything. West Africa wouldn't even have fucking electricity. None of that shit came from a motherfucker in Africa. They didn't lay out the roads. They did it when they were fucking held under the thumb of fucking Britain. My neighbor fixed the door after the cops left. 14 hours searching, found. Yeah, Yeah. When they did my raid, they stole all kinds of shit from my house. They broke my furniture. They literally pulled my cabinet doors off the fucking cabinets in the kitchen. Whenever I bought plates, when I found flatware that I really liked, I bought a couple of extra sets and kept them up high because you're going to break them or chip them or whatever. They broke all of my brand new dishes. They stole a bunch of DVDs and shit. They left one of their shotguns in my living room, sitting on my coffee table. I had to call my attorney and have them send somebody to pick the fucking SWAT team's shotgun up out of my living room. China has West Africa, but yeah, the Belt and Road Initiative, they absolutely do. But a lot of that, right? China doesn't have women. They did that one child policy for so long. So you have all these men, and there are no women. So they send all those men out of the country. Happens in Northern Virginia. They arrest the victim and hide illegal immigrants just across the bridge going into Virginia. Yeah, qualified immunity. Yeah, I think that and the power's not going to go down. They're going to take the power down. They're going to turn off the internet. But you do have there's constant attacks on the internet, right? You know, half the fucking it's not publicized. You know, a bunch of people woke up last week and all their bank accounts were zero. You didn't hear about it, did you? You didn't hear much about it. You know, in the last fucking month, over half the internet has been down multiple times. And it's all fucking tied together, right? It's all on Amazon Web Services or the fucking, I can't remember the other one. But they go down, like major, like fucking entire banking systems are down. Half of the fucking internet's down. I don't believe the wheel was ever discovered by Sub-Saharan. Fuck no, it wasn't. 29-year law enforcement, I get irritated because 99% of those warrants that are messed up are sheer late. Of course, it's just complacency, right? That's absolutely, because that's just the case, man. Yeager used to say, he said, I can write tickets all night long at 45 over. He said, I can also write tickets at 5 and 10 over. He said, I write exactly the same amount of tickets. Why would I write a dude a ticket for 5 over or 10 over when I can write just as many at 45 over, where at 45 over, you actually are endangering people? Afro Man the rapper posted his security footage of his raid, then wrote a song and made a music video harassing the cops. AI has been used against us for at least 3 years. Now, Walmart had AI. They were using facial recognition shit 20 years ago. If they're telling you, like the flock camera stuff, right? Or they're telling you that January 1, Google is going to run AI and data mine all of your photos and catalog for your benefit, right? No, they're going to report a bunch of shit and somebody's going to end up using it to blackmail people, whatever they have. If they're telling you they're going to do it, they have been doing it fucking way fucking before that. They're just now telling you. And by your terms of service, they've already got all the shit. But by you accepting the new terms of service, it is now usable in court against you. Yeah, DARPA's, if you saw it in a fucking science fiction movie, they're already doing that shit. We just started having internet outages all of a sudden? No. I have Starlink. Did one of the U.S. pipelines get jacked by Russian hackers during Biden's time, and it didn't break the news for a couple of weeks? I haven't. I don't know. No, how about MGM properties in Las Vegas, right? The MGM hotels. Do you know they got hacked? Customers couldn't get in and out of their rooms. They were hacked, and they finally paid it after two weeks. The entire MGM services, all the MGM properties across the entire fucking United States. Amish, yeah, militant Amish. That's exactly it, militant Amish. Think PPE and mask, industrial pollution, and texting EPA. Why did George Bush push the drive clean, deaf fluid? They're all in it together. Every one of them's fucking the bad. They're all raping children, drinking adrenochrome. They get you to pick a side. They don't care which side as long as you're on a side. None of them are for you. Spicy Amish, big ass oil fields. We're fucking up Venezuela because of all the oil projects. Because the oil that comes from there fuels all the big gray ships. That fucking raw crude, the fucking military vessels run on that shit. Hardly anyone talking about the unknown number of terror cells in the U.S. There's a lot of people talking about it if you want to hear it. Sarah Adams has been screaming that, but why isn't anybody else saying it, right? Do you really think that Sarah Adams has some information that they're letting her have, that somebody else isn't corroborating also? They're feeding her that. Amazon Web Services went down. They reported that it was a technical error. Someone who works for AWS personally, they were cyber attacked. Yeah, and it didn't. And when are you talking about, Jonathan? Are you talking about like on Are you talking about like Monday, Tuesday last week? Or are we talking like a month ago when they officially announced that it was actually down, right? Because it's happened a bunch of times. There's another one, I can't remember the name of it, but it also has to do with Amazon. Underground upholstery. Hey, what's up, dude? How are you? I own 50 acres and a pond just outside of Ashland. Nice. Cloudflare, that was it. That's the other one. Our whole fucking website, our website was up. We couldn't access the back end of anything Shopify because of Cloudflare. And that day we couldn't do that, they said half the fucking internet was down. Like people couldn't get on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. All the fucking apps were down.